Hi everybody, it's Don, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Why I started saying that on this channel, I don't know, but I do. It's kind of my thing. I just wanted to tell you about how, you know what, it never hurts to just ask. Okay. So, we're on the Apex, Celebrity Apex, beautiful ship. Lots of dignitaries on board. Captain Kate was on board. Richard Fain was on board. Lots of big wigs in the company were on board. And for the naming ceremony of the ship. And so, all the special, because we were only on for 2 days. Basically, you get on the ship, you have your dining, and then the next day you have your other full day on the ship, and then you're off the next morning. So like 1.5 days on a ship, and that's all you're on. So it's just like, come to our celebration, take a quick look around the ship, see how you like it, and tell everybody about it, sort of deal. Well, all the specialty restaurants that are on board, like Raw 5 and the Lumine Sweet Restaurant, well, sorry, not Lumine, but like all the specialty restaurants were already reserved. They were obviously reserved for the dignitaries that are on board for dinner or special invited guests, bigwigs in travel industry companies, bosses of travel agencies and stuff like that were invited to those signature restaurants, and everybody else was in the main dining, which was perfectly fine. The dining was really good. The buffet on the ship was really, really good. So yeah, there was no real issue there. However, I remembered my Celebrity Edge trip, and Tony and Alicia and myself's favorite restaurant on board had to be the Sweet Restaurant, Lumine. I keep calling it Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast, but it's Lumine, and they literally got every single thing we cooked exactly right. Every single time. You asked for medium well, it came medium well. You asked for over easy eggs, they came over easy. You asked for over medium eggs, they came over medium. They got it right every single time. But we weren't in suites because we didn't book this cruise. None of us were in a suite. None of my friends that I met on board and from our travel agency, and we also were hanging out with some other friends on board as well. None of us had suites. So I said, well, let me see what I could do. Let me see if I can sweet talk my way into it. Now, don't get me wrong. Nobody in the Sweet Restaurant knew I had a YouTube channel. I never mentioned a YouTube channel. I never did anything. They did not know who I was. I was just somebody who came up, and I said, look, I was on the Celebrity Edge. I said I was in the suite class. I love this restaurant. I have some travel agents on board with me. I would love to be able to show them what booking a suite class, suite class cabin, the extra gift of this restaurant. How incredible this restaurant is, that it's only for suite guests. And so I said I really want them to experience them. They've never experienced this restaurant before. And so they said, well, we're pretty booked up, right? We have a lot of sweet guests on board. Can you get your crew together pretty quickly? I said, yes. They said, how many? I said, there's 5 of us. 5 of us on the travel agency. I said, okay, great. So I ran back to where we were all at the far end of the ship. Lumine's here, and we were all hanging out way back here. So I ran almost all the way to the rear of the ship. And I gathered everybody up, and I said, contact, your better half, and get whoever you're bringing with us. Let's go. Let's get everybody together. And before you know it, my 5 turned to 8. And we still showed up with 8 people, and they still accommodated us. They still managed to put us at a table. They put 2 tables together for us. They immediately started to serve us. We were there We rushed up there when they opened at 6, and I did all this finagling and got us seated at 6:30. We did not leave there until 9 o'clock. So 2.5 hour meal. We were enjoying multiple appetizers, multiple everything. And I even offered, I said, I know that sometimes when a suite guest invites a guest who's not staying in a suite, that you can pay for that person's meal. I said, I would be willing to pay for my guest's meal. You can charge it to my room and everything. And they said, don't worry about it, sir. We see you. They also looked and we see you're also booked in a suite in another cruise. So we consider you a suite guest. I said, okay, wow, cool. So yeah, that's a cruise way, way down the road, but they knew. So I said, all right, great. And they let us in. The food was great. Great. Everyone had, like, we kept on looking at each other's meals and going, I should have chose that and I should have chose that, but this is so good too. Everything was cooked to perfection. Everything was delicious. The staff was wonderful. I can't say enough. I can't say enough about how Celebrity was so accommodating to us. We were not suite guests. They had no idea who we were, and we just went up and we asked. And I'm sure had it been completely full, and it did get full by the 8th. I mean, the godmother of the ship was up there with her family having dinner, who just christened the ship. She was up there with her family. We saw other dignitaries up there as well, and they still accommodated us. And so I have to say a special thanks out there to the restaurant manager of Lumine, who was very, very nice, and she was so accommodating, and I thanked her over and over and over again. So yeah, we even went to another manager afterwards, and we just had to thank them so much for going out of their way and going above and beyond, because they didn't have to do it. We would have accepted it. We wouldn't have even, figures, we're not suite guests, it's okay. But no, they accommodated us. They got us seated. You know what? I don't know if I'm living, this hotel is directly beside a fire department. I don't see one anywhere, but I certainly hear the fire trucks going by every single day, multiple times. So I guess this is a very big highway, Highway 17. It's the one that goes to the beaches and all the other hotels on the strip, and the cruise ports right here, and there's all this shopping. So I can imagine that it's a pretty busy road, but sorry for that slight interruption with the fire trucks. I just had to do a video and say how great they were on the Celebrity Apex, and it just goes to show you, it doesn't hurt to ask. If there's something wrong, go to front desk and ask to have it fixed. If you're unhappy with something that's reasonable, you know what I mean? Go to the front desk and just mention it and see what will happen. The same thing was on the Emerald Princess. They were really accommodating for me. They called me a couple times during the 15-day cruise to see if there's anything they could do for me, or anything they could give me, or if I was in need of anything that I forgot. They also, remember when they misplaced my pants just before I was supposed to leave, they offered me all this free stuff. And but it was nice that they offered. And so, big point, Lumine Restaurant on Celebrity is amazing. The staff was amazing. So that's it. I just have to give the Celebrity Apex staff all the kudos in the world and thank them truly from the bottom of my heart for making room when they didn't have to and going that extra mile to make us happy. Thanks again.